First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, let's pin the mirror.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And they can't corral him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go, baby.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. After the sack on first down, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 22 yards there, a first down.
Get ready. Get ready.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this and, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Black 80.
Mike 55. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Express.
Go.
Hey, check Mike, check.
Gun.
Watch 55.
Ready?
On first down, it's Newton. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Let's go.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It shouldn't be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch that. Hey.
On 2nd and 7, Newton steps away to his left, sheds off the tackle, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First down, a run with Cohen. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike 54.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the 41, Newton. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
That's good.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
There we go.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Newton on 3rd down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
25 yards that time.
Gain of 25 yards.
Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
These two teams all tied after 1.
At the Bears' 37-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Keep playing hard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's get it.
This is Elliott. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
A fumble
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Everybody, 180.
Mike, check. 45's the mic.
Everybody, kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 5-5.
On first down, Newton. The connection made. It's Graham. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down.
Ready. 180.
Check. 55, Mike.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Here we go, 47.
Hey, check Mike 50.
Hot 7, hot 7.
Check Mike 50.
26.
From the 16, Prescott. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Prescott, catch number, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Coming to you.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground.
You ain't doing nothing.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton.
Here we go.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Keep playing hard.
20. That's another Bears first down.
Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Newton, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
To Jimmy Graham. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Mike's 54.
20.
54. Check pass, check pass.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Check, 45's the mic. Watch the run.
First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Mike, 45. Right here, right here.
Then we're going to 53.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Michael Gallo. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? We'll see what they decide to do.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Newton to throw.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Going up top. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4. Fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike 55, Mike.
Here we go on fourth. Newton. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Draw play. Cohen. Anthony Harris on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cohen. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First down.
Right at the 8.
46-yard line.
20. dog. That's the way.
54.
Newton to throw.
54. Come on, D.
And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
55's my
Express. We own them.
Wahoo.
We own them.
Now Newton. Staying on his feet, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Sack. Mike, 55.
Gun.
5, Mike.
Hey, tighten down.
Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That one good for 21 yards, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They snap it to Newton. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, check Mike.
On first down, it's Newton. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, let's get this.
Great.
Mike's 5.
Charlie.
4. Mike's 5.
One last throw here for Newton. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. The kick up and good, but they remain a field goal short as they wind up dropping this one by 3. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Cowboys, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.